Well, a very good evening from Phuket, and tonight we've come over to Rawai, and the reason why we're here is there is an event called the Phuket Tastival that is taking place this weekend, and this event is a seafood gastronomy event. Taking place in this area and Saffron Inn, and the reason why I've picked Rawai rather than Saffron Inn is people that know Phuket will know that Rawai is quite well known for its seafood because this area has got quite a large fishing community. We've decided to park tonight along by the beach area. It's just before dusk, it's just starting to get dark now. Tide is out. Beautiful, really nice evening, lovely day again today across the island. Blue skies, hardly any wind this evening. Now I did actually come down last night because I wasn't sure how busy this event would be and I wanted to come and check it out. I did have my camera with me yesterday evening and I will include some of the filming that I did last night, but to be honest with you I was expecting it to be quite quiet. Nat over there waiting on the bike, waiting on me. I just wanted to get a few shots of the beach area and the seafront here, the main sort of road that runs through Rawai. What a nice little area, quite a large expat community, not quite as touristy as some of the places here on the island of Phuket, so if you're looking for somewhere a little bit more laid back, then this area is going to be ideal for that. Lots of little restaurants that sit along this area, the seafront area, that you can dine in the evening. Nat likes to come down here because, as I mentioned, this area really well known for seafood because of the fishing community. The boats go out in the morning, they come back with a catch and they then sell it at the local market here in Rawai. So a lot of these restaurants buy the fish really fresh, and there is some really good food on offer when it comes to seafood here, and it's a lovely area to come and sit and relax and enjoy the beautiful views across the bay. But going back to what I was saying earlier about last night, we came down, I wasn't expecting it to be very busy. Now I don't know whether this event has taken place before or whether it's a new event, but when I got down here yesterday evening it was absolutely packed. We actually got down a little bit late because unfortunately Nat had two customers in the shop come in quite late, and of course they had to take priority. So we didn't get down here until I think it was about 8 o'clock. It might have been just a bit later than that. So it wasn't ideal, and then it was really busy as well. It's centred near to the pier, which we're going to take a look at in a bit. Lots of restaurants around here of course, really nice ones where you can come and dine. One really nice, got a lovely view. I have eaten here but it's been a long time ago, but this is a really nice little restaurant to come and dine, and it looks across the bay there, beautiful view, not too expensive, not cheap but not too expensive. So now we're just making our way up to the main sort of entrance where you go in. There's a stage, they've got cameras there, they were doing some filming last night. There's entertainment in the way of Thai dancing and Thai singing that was on, so it really surprised me. A lot of people down here. The pier was absolutely packed. All the little stalls were really busy. Some of them had even sold out of what they were selling, so I didn't have a lot to film. As you can see, the main road here, very busy with cars. We actually parked over the other side last night and we wasn't by the beach area, so I've made it a point tonight to actually park along the beachfront so I could film that, because it's really pretty down here, especially in the evening time if you're coming and having some food, as I mentioned. There are of course some small bars as well located in this area, lots of small restaurants, not all of them selling seafood of course. If you're not partial to seafood, Nat loves it, but I'm not quite as big a fan. But there are all sorts of restaurants located, as you can see, very busy with motorbikes parking. So we're now just coming up to the sort of main area where it's being held. There's a large stage area and then lots of small, I guess you'd call them like market stalls. It's not actually a market. A lot of the local restaurants have got these stalls and they're allowing you to have a sample of their menu. So you can buy samples off their menu. They haven't got all the menu available, but just certain items off the menu. Now tonight's Sunday evening, last night's Saturday. As I say, wasn't expecting it to be really busy, but it was. Haven't been to the Saffron Hin one, so I'm not quite sure how busy that is. But going on this one, I would imagine it's quite busy. Now, as you can see, lots of the little stalls. Yeah, that's pointed out these coconut, I suppose you'd call them coconut cakes, for a better word. They are really delicious. I've had them a few times, they're really nice. Not quite sure what we're going to have to eat yet. We're going to have a look around. Hopefully there'll be a bigger choice available for us tonight. Because as I say, a lot of these little stalls are actually sold out. Okay. What? Huh? Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. They've got the temperature check-in here, and of course the hand cleaners.
So if you have a free time and if you want to follow
they did last night
so I
anyway.
just want to inform you that we have next festival.
Doesn't look like they got it tonight.
Patong Beach on 28, 29, 30 August next week. And then we move to Rawai Pier.
Now there's one of the seafood restaurants that's located, quite a large one here in Rawai. There's quite a few large restaurants which we're going to take a look at. You can buy the fish and actually take it to the restaurant and have them cook it.
Dragon Square at the Atlan Road. Then the last time we're going to Laguna area Bangkok Beach.
What?
What?
Sticky rice.
Very good. Yeah, this is one of the highlights of the seafood. We have a lot of the menu in front of the festival. This is a mobile toilet, right? And yeah. And if you
Now I'm just waiting for Nat to finish and get this sticky rice. They're quite busy here. It looks a little bit quieter than it was yesterday evening. Yesterday it was absolutely packed here, you couldn't move. We're going to make our way down towards the pier here, and one of our friends, Nob, who has Otto's restaurant, has a small stall just the other side of here where we're standing. We're going to go and see her first to see what food she has on offer, because last night she'd actually sold out. She got nothing left when we got there, so we're going to go tonight a little bit earlier and see what she's got left, and then we're going to have a look around this area. As I say, I will include some of the footage from last night. It was difficult last night trying to do the filming because there were so many people here. The camera was getting knocked, I was getting knocked about. It was really difficult to actually walk around, to be honest. So hopefully this evening will be a little bit quieter, and that'll allow me to do the filming, because I couldn't get into the stalls, I couldn't get to them. There were so many people here, it was just unbelievable. Okay, finally got the sticky rice, and Nat says she hasn't had this type of sticky rice for quite some time, and it's a combination of the black sticky rice, actually it looks more red than black, and the white sticky rice fried. So we're gonna try that in a moment. We're gonna make our way over to where Nob has got her little stall, see what food she's got left. Now I'm coming down towards the stage area, so it's starting to get quite loud, so I'm gonna shut up talking while I walk past. Now As we made our way down towards the stage area, Nat noticed a small stall which I thought initially were selling king prawns, but as it turned out they were actually small lobsters. Me not being a seafood connoisseur, I didn't realise that they were lobsters. Now Nat seemed quite keen to buy them, but of course I was thinking they were king prawns. The lady was selling 2 for 300 or 1 for 150 baht, which is actually a really good deal on lobster, but I didn't realise it was lobster until later in the evening when Nat actually made it clear that they were lobsters, not king prawns. So unfortunately we missed out on trying some lobster. Oh, for a kilo. That's not too bad then, 300 baht for a kilo. There we got some squid there, 250 baht a kilo. Different type of squid, so we've got 2 different types of squid here, I believe. 280 for that particular one, then king prawns from 280, 300. Yeah, okay. Lots of choice here. Very, very busy down here. It was exactly the same last night. Ooh, pad thai. That smells good. Ooh, okay. All the knocks there. Is she there? Yes, she is. She's seen us. It actually sold out last night. Hopefully they'll have something left tonight. Swadee Krab. Now of course, I've covered this restaurant before, Otto's restaurant, so if you haven't seen that, go and check the video out. I'll link it at the top of the screen.
ใจดวงนี้มันบอกมันช้ำในความเหงาที่เจอมันรุมสุมทรมานลมแรงก็ยังทางแกล้งว่าไม่ใช่ว่าฉันไม่มีที่ไปจะไปเมื่อถึงเวลาหากเขาทำมองนั้นเป็นใครบอกไปคนที่สามแต่มีรักสูงสดงดงาม
Okay, I've ordered the spaghetti with the shrimp.
ไอ้ตาฟังที่ว่าเอาโอเคเห็นตาพูดไปไกลก่อนชักโลกดูเงาไม่เห็นเขาที่คนน้อยมีความสุขกันทุกท่านนะครับในค่ำคืนนี้ที่นี่หาเราอะไรกันของเราด้วยนะครับช่วยให้ใครและใครมีความสุขช่วยให้ใครเขาคลายทุกใจแต่ฉันเอง
away from the live entertainment because obviously there's no point in me trying to fight against that. But that was absolutely delicious. I had the spaghetti carbonara with the shrimp, really enjoyed it. Nat had the pad thai, very, very enjoyable. Mine was 50 baht and Nat's was 60 baht, so very, very cheap and really delicious. As I mentioned earlier, I have covered Otto's restaurant before. I will have linked it at the top of the screen, so if you haven't checked that out, do go check it out. One of the local restaurants that around here, highly recommended. The food there, very, very good at very reasonable prices. Okay, we're now going to have a wander along the pier. Well, it looks like we've got a collection of small stalls selling all different types of food and drink, not just seafood. I see noodles on offer, chicken dishes, chicken satay. Lots of choice down here, very, very busy. So it looks like this runs for quite a way down the pier. I can see a few of the entertainers that go down to the Sunday markets here in Phuket. This guy is a regular down at the walking street market, the night walking street market. Anybody? Got it, Cap? Anybody that's seen my videos has probably recognised that guy there. As I say, he's normally down at Rawai Market, which is the night Sunday walking market that takes place in Phuket town. I really wasn't expecting it to be quite this busy. I know there's actually a car show going on this weekend in Patong on Bangla Road, but as I was over there last weekend taking a look at the motorbike show, I didn't really want to go down and refilm Bangla Road because it'll probably just be the same as last weekend, only this time with cars instead of the motorbikes. But I know I've been speaking to Pete during the week and he said during the week it's very quiet along Bangla Road. It's just at the weekend they are starting now to put on a few events to get people to go down there and of course visit it and hopefully spend some money in the local bars. This is one of the things I really love about Thailand, living over here. The choice of food is just immense. The markets that take place all the time. No matter where you live, you're going to come across one of these markets, whether it be a local market or a larger touristy market, but there's always going to be a lot of food on offer. So you're never going to go hungry. And some of the prices at these local events are quite reasonable, very good in some cases. I know Nat likes this fish. She normally buys this. I can see she eyeing it up already. Yeah, I know, I'm just saying. Yeah, that's reasonable. Big fish, 150 baht. Well, I had said earlier that I didn't think it was quite as busy as last night, but walking back along this pier now, I'm sort of thinking, well, maybe I was wrong when I said that, because it does seem exactly the same as it was last night. couldn't get to that store, but it looked like they were selling sushi.
And it made me think there must be something wrong with me. I thought younger thing. Somehow I lost my
Moment we're going to make our way over along that road there, and that is where a lot of the fish restaurants are situated. A lot of these restaurants that we were about to look at will actually cook fish for you if you buy it at the market. So you can actually take your own fish in there and they'll cook it for a charge. And the charge normally goes on weight. So we'll take a look at that in a moment once we get over there. Now I don't know the name of this particular road, but as you can see it's just to the, well, it's to my right hand side as I'm walking back down the pier. So we're now going to have a walk along this road. Now just down the bottom of the road is a small market, and that's where you can come in the morning to buy your fish from. So as I mentioned earlier, this area is quite well known for fresh fish. So if you're looking for really fresh, delicious fish at good prices, then Rawai is the area that you need to come and check out. Now we're just coming up to one of the restaurants. Now these restaurants, you can either buy the fish from the restaurant, and they normally store the fish in tanks, as you can see here. And what you tend to do is you pick what you want, and they will take it out the tanks and cook it fresh. Or if you prefer, you can then buy your own fish from one of the many stalls down the bottom here, and the restaurants along here will cook that for you. So it goes on weight, so below a kilo it's 75 baht, and 1 kilo and above it'll cost you 100 baht for them to prepare and cook the fish for you, whatever that may be. They've got quite a good choice here that I can see. Now you're not really going to get much fresher than this. Straight out the tank, still alive, straight onto your dinner plate. Body cap. Okay, quite a large restaurant, that one. There's several of these restaurants down along this road, so it's worth coming down and checking out. Okay, I've just got to wait for Nat because she's got sidetracked looking at the pearls by the looks of it. Nat was talking to one of her friends last night. She's got a stall down here that actually sells pearls, and she was saying a lot of them are farmed freshwater pearls, and then they do have a few saltwater pearls, but they are more expensive. I think Nat's going to try that on. It's not pearls that she's trying on. I don't know what that actually is. What's that, Nat? Yeah, very nice. Yeah, that looks nice. Puffer fish. Okay. And how much was that, Nat? 350 baht. Okay, not too bad. Yeah, you go and ask your. Yeah, okay. Well, let's have a walk down first, and then when we come back, you can go and ask your friend or your customer or whatever you want to, however you want to call her. Okay, some lovely shells here. If you're into your shells and you like collecting shells. Wow. 50 baht, 100 baht. Reasonable prices. Okay, we're going to make our way a little bit further along this road. Another one of the restaurants that you can either just walk in and order straight from the restaurant, or you can take your own fish in and they will cook it for you. Again, there'll be a charge. I think most of these restaurants, the charge is very, very similar. Half a kilo and below is 75 baht. 1 kilo and above is 100 baht. This one very popular. Nat says that she's eaten in this restaurant. I haven't personally eaten in here, and she said this one is very, very good. One that Nat recommends. And I've got to admit, it's very busy. Last night it was almost full, and tonight it's almost the same, almost full again, as you can see. So obviously very, very popular with people around this area. Now, as I was talking about these smaller market stalls, you can come down here first thing in the morning. You're going to find a lot of these places open. You're going to be able to buy your fresh fish straight off the boats, basically. Or you can come down any time of the day and then purchase your fish. You're not going to get much fresher because, of course, they keep them alive in the tanks, as you can see. Some really big lobsters there by the looks of it. Wow. Now, we was asking the prices last night of the lobsters and the king prawns. The lobsters were around 1800 baht a kilo. The king prawns were varying between 350 and 500 baht a kilo, depending on where you went. So it does pay to shop around and ask the prices at the different stalls. Lots of choice. Wow. As I've mentioned, I'm not a great seafood lover. I do eat small amounts of it. As you saw earlier, I've had some shrimps with my spaghetti, but I'm not a massive... Oh, those are, what are they called now? I forget what they're... Shoehorn crabs or something like that, I think. I can't remember what the name of them are. I've not seen those before for sale. And then you've got... These are unusual, Nat, these crabs. Unusual colouring on them. Wow. Great choice. So if seafood's your thing, then I would highly recommend you checking out Rawai and this area in Rawai for seafood. Again, another restaurant here that you can either just go straight in. Yeah, horseshoe crabs, that's it. That's what I couldn't think of the name. Horseshoe. They're horseshoe crabs. Not tried them as yet. I will do at some point. I want to try a little bit more seafood, try and be a bit more adventurous. I eat a lot more than I used to. At one time I didn't eat any seafood at all, but of course living over here in Thailand, a lot of seafood available. Yeah. These lobster or small lobsters? Yeah. Okay, and those are the bigger lobsters. Wow. Yeah, that wasn't bad for a lobster. Was it a lobster then, what you were looking at? Okay, I didn't realise that earlier when Nat was looking at those. I thought they were king prawns actually, but Nat tells me that they were lobsters, and she was charging how much? 150 baht for one lobster. They wasn't massive, but they were reasonable size, 150 baht each. I didn't realise they were actually small lobsters. I thought they were king prawns. So that was a really good price actually on the lobsters, for 150 baht, because lobster is very expensive over here. I have tried lobster. I don't dislike it. I can't say I honestly love it. I don't honestly see what people rave about lobster for, but I guess if you like seafood, then that's your liking. But I am trying to be a little bit more adventurous now. I live in Thailand, of course. Try a little bit more fish. I eat more fish now than ever, because it's readily available over here and it's reasonable price at most of the places. Of course, if you're in the tourist areas and you're going into the tourist restaurants, then of course you're going to pay more for it. But in areas like this, it is more accessible price wise. It's a lot cheaper. You can find some real good bargains. Well, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's look at Phuket's Tastival down here in Rawai. Now I will include all the relevant details in the description down below, so do go and check that out. Well, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, you take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.